I got these new oil paint pens off of Amazon, and they are amazing. I'd used the acrylic pens for a while, and so far I've been keeping it in this bag, but this just isn't gonna work. I have so much going on. I wanna be able to use what I need, when I need, on my canvas. So I am gonna do something about it so that this does not look like this anymore. The solution ended up being so much simpler than I thought it was. I used some scrap wood and made simple little boxes that took me under 2 hours to make and paint. And then with a simple 45 was able to make a hook that then you can place whatever items you're working with right now. And if you don't want these at the moment, you go for the next set of things that you want to use. These turned out way better than I could have really ever hoped for, and didn't realize that it was going to be such a neat thing. Let me show you how I made these. Nope. I have to press the start button if I want the camera to go. So, my buddies and I challenged each other to do a video. Any video, could be about any topic, as long as it's at least 30 seconds long, and then actually post it on YouTube. So I thought about it, and I spent like 3 days cleaning the garage and getting the house ready, trying to think of what video I would do, and finally I just came up with something that I keep thinking about, and it's really simple, only takes like a couple hours to do, but I think it'd be really handy. As you can see, I like things labeled and put away, but I also want to be able to see my art supplies when I want to use them. I have these strips already cut. They're kind of rough cuts, but it doesn't really matter. These things don't have to look perfect. These are just going to be handy. So, once you have them cut, I did it about, let's see, tape measure. All right. Just over a foot on these, and they are 1.5 inches wide by 1/4 inch depth, roughly. And again, it doesn't really matter. You can make these as long or as short as you want. I cut 2 other little strips that are the same length as our main strip here, which is just over a foot. And they are almost 1/2 inch. So let's make one of these. Should be super simple. Like I said, you don't need to measure. You can if you want. I typically don't. I just normally feel things out and let the measuring happen. 5 clamps should really do it for the whole thing. I love these little bottles way more. You can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap, and it makes it so much easier to control your glue. All right. Let's rock. So I'm going to spread 2 of these out, and I'm going to have a base for the bottom. I want to make sure the kind of pretty sides are facing out. All right. I'm going to lay it down, and then I also cut a couple of these to, let's see how long they are. Just under 4 inches. Because I just walked over and used an actual marker and held the marker up so that I could tell how tall above it this is going to be, so that I can easily grab the marker, paintbrush, whatever it is out of here. So this one's for my new oil markers and acrylic markers, which are amazing if you haven't tried them. A little glue on the sides of these guys, because this is going to get tucked right in here. And then we'll do, probably should have done this glue first. Just a strip here, strip here, and then now we'll set up. Probably want to do the bottom too. Okay. I got too much glue, but that's okay. Scrape it off. I typically just wipe it on my palm, rub it in, because we're going to be getting glue later too. Alright. Just set them up against one another. Make sure all the glue gets nice and squished. And then I just line up one edge like so. There we go. And then we will put on one clampy clamp. Easiest if you pull it to the edge. We don't need it to be absolutely perfect. We've glued these 3 sides. Spread this apart a little bit. Push this in here. Line it up. Just clamp right there. Alrighty. The same over on this side. Make sure that it's nice and square. Everything's flush. Why is there a fork right here? On one side, this one that I cut, it's about half the dimension, which is a little under half an inch, can glue to this side here and be regular. But the other side, I want to be a little bit longer and come down, and I'm going to put a 45-degree cut onto it. So we'll come here, open this up, just watch the number until it goes to 45. Oh yeah, okay, here we go, oh, it's coming almost, here we go, and we're there. Alright, so nice 45. We can set this back in, I believe. Yep. Okay. There we go. Get out of there. Get out of there, you! So now we got a nice 45 on there. On one side, I want the small guy that has no 45 angle cut. Get him set, and then on the other side, I'm going to do the 45 angle cut, but I'm going to stick it in so that it's pointing in, so that now there's a sharp edge right here. The nice thing about this quick project is if the glue starts to harden too quick, or starts to set too quick, you can still move it, and the project doesn't take very long. So smoosh it on there. Get it as close to lined up as you can, and then just work on one side. And worry about the other side afterwards. And just another clamp here. You can also do this with just regular blue tape around the edges. If you don't have any clamps like this, you can make it out of pretty much any scrap wood too. It doesn't have to be just like this at all. Let's see, put this one on too. Okay, line them up. Get it kind of tight, line them up, and then tighten it down. All right, and that's really it for the construction. Go through, get any spare glue, and just wipe it. Again, we're gonna paint this so it doesn't have to be flawless, and we'll give it a nice hand sanding before we do that. Give it a little clamp, maybe. These clamps are fighting me today. I don't like it. You want to go, clamp? You want to go? All right, no. But I'm just a clamp. Yeah, sure you are. There was a business closing down, and I went by and got all of their old filing cabinets. And they're built for paper, which is super heavy, so they're great for tools, clamps. You know, you got your spray stuff, all your router kits, your nail guns, and this has got to be, you know, a couple 100 pounds in there. It's so easy, and then everything's just tucked away. And so I pretty much set these everywhere. Power drills, power saws, and then just label everything. Just do it. Get a labeler and label everything. If you don't have a labeler, just write it down. Oh yeah, I was getting a clamp. I'm so ADD. These will work. Oh, I need a couple. Okay. I used all my needle clamps. Let's just, what was I doing? Right, I'm almost done. Why is it so hard to finish a project? That's right, not anymore. I'm finishing projects. Finishing, clamp it up. All right. Okay. Oh, was so close to finishing. And then everything just falls apart. Every time. Not really. But sometimes. Don't worry, this blood isn't from this project. I was getting ready to do this project, so it doesn't count. I haven't bled for this project yet, but I have a feeling I still might. Again. Okay, after I put this together, I'm leaving it now. Haha! Stay! Don't fall apart. These are what we're going to use to mount them on. But of course they're all drying, so I will see you in a little bit. Once these are dry, I'll be back. Can you imagine a world in where it's been an hour? Well, good, because it has. It's been an hour. We can take these clamps off now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Gone. Alright. Clamp this off. My little camera's going on my chest. Alright. Take these clamps, put them in our handy clamp drawer. Alright, and now I need sandpaper. Got it. So now these are all together. There's our little lip. And now they just need a little light hand sanding. Any grit will do. Again, I'm going to be painting this. I'm just going to round these edges a little bit. You know what? This end is poking over in a couple spots. So I can just... And there we go. I don't have to sand as much. Alright. Not going for any awards here. I just want this to be functional. It's all about how much time you have in the day. So, you spend a lot of time making it perfect, or you get it close. Okay, look. Some of my blood. I did put blood into this project. I might not have got cut during it, but there's blood in this project that will be covered by paint. We can paint right over the top of it. And we can make it better. So much better. Alright, all three. Sand it a little bit. And then we'll do a couple of these. Which will be our mount. We'll stick under like so. When it is attached to the wall and hang just like this. So we're gonna go paint time. Paint time. Alright, here we go. Finishing making stuff, doing stuff. We are done sanding. We've made our little cheapy boxes out of scrap wood. And now we can paint it. I love to use scrap towel. This is the easiest way to paint, and I like doing everything in my living room. This keeps my table a little nicer. Occasionally I forget, but spare towels, don't throw them out. They're perfect for this. Let's start painting. So I like to use my stirring stick and then leave the stirring stick in there and then use that to scrape off of instead of on the edge of the can. That way you keep everything down low inside and have a lot better control. All stirred up, stirred up, stirred up. Okay. Now with a little bit. Oh, there we go. And the nice thing about the towel is you can kind of be messy. And I'm just getting on this first coat just to cover all the spaces. So this is not the moment when you need to care about making it pretty. You just want to make sure there's no drippies. Just go fast. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Go fast. Get it done. To get all the sides, just get a big chunk of it done. And then you will feel better about yourself. So much better, y'all. This is good, nine. Just keep dipping. Don't be afraid to use paint. I spent so much of my life trying to make that brush go, get every last drop out of that brush. And what I realized was, for this much paint, I don't know why I kill myself and my hand and my time. Because it's really all about how much time you have and what do you do with it. All right. There's one. Where are you going? Did I forget to... What happened with my file? Would you like to fix it? Yes, I would love for you to fix it. Thank you, Insta360. Okay, these are painted, all done, and it's time to do the final step, and that's just mounting these with the 45 degree on the back, pointing up so that this can clip on like so. And we'll show you right here. I'm going to pre-drill some holes in these. To do this actually. That's fine. I'll do it like this. Just go down a little bit, countersink it just barely. Now that these are pre-drilled, they're ready to be installed. I'm going to get this one lined up in the center here with the edge coming up and away from this. I'm gonna just then, once it's lined up and centered, I'm gonna do one through here. There we go. Put in the first screw. Go, and then we can adjust this side after that. It'll look pretty good. Okay. Okay, and that is really it. Now, the corresponding edge on the back of this one sits right on there, and we can trade out for different ones and just set these away in the drawer. Amazing, perfect, and then now I can just put them away, hidden. And install one here on the side of my art cart too, so that I can have a couple of spots of markers around if I want multiple things out. And I'm gonna have to make a bunch more because this is cool and it's really working out nice. I have been thinking about doing this for way too long. I should have just done it. Uno más. And installed. Let's see if we can hook another one on there. Perfect. All the acrylics and all the oil markers and all the Kingsmen. Well, that's the end of this project. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this, and hopefully I will do one of these projects each week. The more people that like, subscribe, comment on it, the more pressure that me and my buddies are going to put on ourselves to make more of these. So all I can say is go out and create something.